Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about highly controversial and troubling story shaking South Africa's police and politics. We're talking about Ramaphosa's alleged role in the removal of important political killing Dockets from KwaZulu-Natal police and why the investigation into the case seems to be blocked or stalled. Why were those Dockets taken away shortly after being handed to the KZN task team? And what does this say about political interference in police work? Stay tuned as we unpack it all. The political killing task team in KwaZulu-Natal was set up years ago to investigate violent murderers linked to political rivalry and corruption. Since 2018, it has investigated over 300 cases, securing 130 convictions including hitmen and those who ordered assassinations. In total, 121 dockets remain critical to ongoing investigations. In mid-2025, KwaZulu-Natal Police Head Lieutenant General MKHWANAZI accused suspended former Police Minister Senzo Mchunu of interfering with the team's work, ordering disbandment of the task team and removal of these dockets to protect politically exposed suspects. Mchunu denied the allegations. President Ramaphosa later suspended Mchunu and established Judicial Commission led by Justice Madlanga to probe the interference allegations. Now, what happened to the dockets? After initial removal, the 121 dockets were in the office of suspended Deputy Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia in Pretoria. But recently, National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola announced he would return the dockets to KZN Political Killings Task Team, citing the need to continue ground investigations promptly. This move angered President Ramaphosa and Acting Police Minister Professor Firoz Kachalia, Acting Minister. Now, why the anger? Ramaphosa reportedly questioned why the dockets were removed from Sibia's office in the first place and felt the timing of the return undermined the Madlanga Commission proceedings. Kachalia raised this concern, insisting the matter should be awaited the Commission's full investigation instead of returning the dockets to KZN investigators. Yet Masemola stood firm, stating copies of the dockets are secured for the Commission, while the originals remain with KZN officers to avoid justice delays for victims' families. Big question, why does this look suspicious? The timing and actions around these dockets raise serious red flags. Why would Ramaphosa and Kachalia be so adamant about keeping dockets away from the very task force specializing in these cases? If justice was the priority, keeping the investigation uninterrupted is crucial. But removing active case files for political cause can cripple progress. Now, investigations reveal that these dockets contain evidence potentially implicating high-profile political figures and officials involved in orchestrating politically motivated violence. By delaying or controlling access, interference in justice process shields powerful suspects. This isn't just political maneuvering. It calls into question the independence of South Africa's criminal justice system and the integrity of law enforcement. Now, let's talk about political interference in policing. This is not an isolated issue. Politicians and officials often meddle in police work to protect their allies or their own interests. In KZN and nationally, these interventions disrupt justice for whistleblowers, opposition figures and councillors targeted in assassinations. The South African Communist Party has publicly warned against police interference. Twitter discourse reveals public frustrations and skepticism about Ramaphosa's commitment to fighting corruption when police investigations are undermined from the top. Analysts and commentators are demanding transparency and accountability, fearing the police service is becoming an extension of political factualism instead of an impartial law enforcement. Now, what the media and public say. News outlets report that although the dockets are back with KZN investigators, copies are secured for the Judicial Commission to prevent further delays. There is cautious optimism that both processes can proceed, But ongoing clashes between ministerial and police leadership signal fragile trust. Social media voices question if Ramaphosa's dissatisfaction with returning the Dockets signals a political motive to suppress investigations against his allies or to control narratives before party elections. The public demands answers. Why did Firoz Kachalia and Ramaphosa insist on controlling the Dockets? Is this about protecting government official or national security? The truth remains foggy. Now, in summary, the saga over KZN political killing Dockets revealed a disturbing pattern of political interference in police work, threatening justice for victims and their families, while copies of the files are with the Madlanga Commission. The tug of war over original Dockets between Ramaphosa, Kachalia, Masemola and MKHWANAZI paints a grim picture of police politics relations in South Africa. Stay informed and thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for ongoing updates on this critical story representing the fight for justice and transparency in South Africa.